This is the new 8849 Tank 3 Pro, and this is a game-changing experience. Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. Welcome, and welcome back to GadgetRevNow. From time to time, you will have smartphones coming out that is super unique. It stands out in the sea of competition. I don't think you would ever hear projector phone and rugged phone at the same time. Well, at this point, some manufacturers are doing this, but rarely you would hear this on the more popular devices. Tank 3 Pro is a unique phone that offers protection, long-lasting battery life, and full entertainment package from the big IPS LCD screen to the projector, with other great features like 5G connectivity, extra function keys, and camping lights. This will slowly grow on you, really embracing this type of niche phone. Today we're collaborating with 8849 or Unihertz to review their Tank 3 Pro, but as always, this will be an independent review of GadgetRevNow. We will unbox it, talk about the features, and do a projector and camera test. Let's go to work. First, let's do the unboxing, but if you'd like to jump to the other parts of the video like the projector test or the camera test, I will leave the timestamp on the description below. Let's quickly unbox 8849 Tank 3 Pro, and if you'd like to purchase or buy this smartphone after this video, I would also leave the link in the description. 8849 is a really good brand for rugged phones, and for a few years now they're offering this projector rugged phone that could also rival the more expensive foldable phones if you're just looking for sheer entertainment. This Tank series became better and better over time, and they now beef up the specs from the bigger storage capacity, larger display, and long-lasting battery. Let's open the box. So this is the first look of Tank 3 Pro rugged phone. This looks similar to the previous Tank phones from Unihertz Tank 1 to Tank 3. At the back, you have the camping light in the middle. You also have 4 camera modules with ambient flash. The speaker is also located at the bottom near the lanyard holder. And it also has the same design choice as Tank Mini. It has the same metal, plastic, and rubber construction. I feel like this phone can absorb any beatings. You have a grill mesh on one side. Not sure if this is a speaker or an exhaust for the fan. You also have the power button. At the bottom, you have the rubber flap or the USB-C charging port and the 3.5mm headphone jack. On the other side, you have 2 special keys that you can assign any function or application to open. You also have the volume button and an easy-to-pull SIM tray. We also have the manual focus rotating wheel for the projector because you can manually adjust the focus when you project the phone on a wall or a screen. And speaking of projector, on top you will have the projector bulb, and I believe this is a fan exhaust for the projector. So this is the home screen of Tank 3 Pro. It is almost stock Google experience. You have a moving wallpaper, and this phone is running on Android 13 out of the box. Let's check the camera really quick. We have the ultra-wide, wide, and optical zoom. I think the optical zoom cannot do close focus on my initial impression, so I will shoot somewhere farther from the phone. And looking at the sample image on the main sensor, it's very detailed. The colors are spot on and very bright. We will test this fully from the image quality down to the video recording. And if you ever owned a Tank phone before, you would also see that it has a camping light that you can use for almost anything. And of course, you have the projector. So I think that's it for the unboxing. Let's do a full review and talk about everything you need to know about the new Tank 3 Pro. First, let's talk about the design of Tank 3 Pro. And if you're familiar with Unihertz Tank or 8849 Tank, the design language are almost the same. This reminds me of Iron Man when you look at the camping lights at the back of the phone. The chest area of Iron Man looks like the camping light of Tank 3 Pro. And the overall metallic construction, it's like you're holding a superhero phone. It still has this 360 full protection. It's waterproof, shockproof, and dustproof. With its metal, plastic, and glass design, this can withstand any harsh conditions. In front, you'll have a 6.79-inch Full HD Plus display with 120Hz refresh rate. The refresh rate is actually adaptive that provides a smooth screen display. This is an IP LCD screen, so you won't get those deep blacks, but the screen is still very bright and colorful at the same time. In terms of performance, this phone is probably one of the fastest rugged phone out there with its MediaTek Dimensity 8200 octa-core processor. It's a 4nm processor which is power efficient with 32 gigs of RAM, a native 16 gigs and adjustable 16 gigs from the internal storage. You won't have any problems running out of storage because you're borrowing 16 gigs from 512 gigs of internal storage, and you can add 2 TB of SD card for expansion. Basically, if you purchase this phone, you have unlimited space because you can easily swap out SD cards. In terms of day-to-day activity, I don't have any problems with this phone. Super snappy with occasional hiccups. I can play mobile games with a breeze, especially Mobile Legends, which I play the most. This phone is running on Android 13 out of the box. This is a stock Google experience. So if you're using Pixel phone or any Android phones with stock OS, then this phone is definitely familiar to you. I haven't received any updates yet, but I know that 8849 is sending security patches from time to time. The cameras of this phone are solid, not flagship caliber, but my overall experience are positive. On its price point and what it offers, I wouldn't complain with the camera performance. Although the resolution is not everything on a camera phone, but in terms of numbers, this phone destroys the competition with its 200 megapixel main camera, a 50 megapixel front camera. You also have a 64 megapixel night vision camera for those pitch black condition, a 50 megapixel wide angle camera for landscape shots, and 8 megapixel telephoto if you need to zoom in on wildlife. The colors are natural looking on the most part. I don't see any crazy colors like Samsung type shots. Obviously on daytime, it feels like any other mid-range phone. It manages the highlights really well and it cleans up the noise better. The night mode is not the strongest, but it has better implementation. The night vision camera, it's just black and white, but you would see that there's no artifacts or noise. And it's super detailed because of the 64 megapixel sensor. Portrait mode is also good. The skin tone is natural and the edge detection is pretty spot on. You have 3 focal lengths from the ultra-wide, wide, and telephoto, and this phone can shoot 4K video and Full HD using the selfie camera. Here's the sample videos. This is the 4K 30 FPS video recording on Tank 3 Pro using the main sensor. There's also 0.6 and the telephoto zoom, but this is what it looks like without EIS or electronic image stabilization. Also, we're using the internal microphone for the audio. So how does it sound like? Now let's switch to the camera with EIS. Alright, this is now the recording with electronic image stabilization. Is it better? I'll be walking around for you to see the shakiness of the footage. I hope it's better on the footage without EIS. This is the 4K video recording using the ultra-wide lens or the ultra-wide sensor. And I think the frame rate is lower. As you can see, it's choppy when we pan around. Now let's switch to the main sensor. So now this is the main sensor and the frame rate is much better. This is probably 30 FPS. I think this is 30 FPS. Now let's switch to the ultra-wide lens. And this is the ultra-wide lens. Again, 4K 30 FPS. And we'll zoom out for you to see the stabilization. So those are the 3 focal lengths for the 4K video recording. This is the selfie video recording using the selfie camera. I have to adjust how I hold the phone because it's so big and so heavy. So this is full HD 30 FPS using the selfie camera. Is the stabilization better? I think a little bit. Or is it? For the rear cameras on all 3 sensors, you can shoot 4K video recording, and selfie camera, you can shoot full HD. The next feature, and this might be the reason why you would buy this phone, is the built-in projector. I never had a chance to review Tank 2, but from what I heard in researching, the last projector phone has 720p resolution with laser projector. Well, we have 480p resolution and DLP projector, which needs to be cooled down on Tank 3 Pro. You will see the grid lines when you zoom in on the projected video, and there's an intake fan for the DLP projector. I like that Tank 3 Pro has an auto keystone and you have a rotating knob to manually focus the projector, which is not present on the old Tank 2. But without looking on the numbers and the difference between laser and DLP projection, just looking at the sheer performance and usability, I think Tank 3 Pro is on the right direction, and here's the projector test for you to see the quality. This is CookTech 10 and this is a top quality power bank for less. Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. Welcome and welcome back to GadgetRevNow. Let's unbox the Tech 10, a 10,000 milliampere power bank. And if you'd like to purchase this product after this review, I've left the link in the description below. Which are global brands that we know, honestly that screams quality unlike those cheapo brands. We'll always go for the history. For tech products like power banks or chargers, quality control is really important. And in terms of experience, Tech is actually one of the more experienced company of power banks. This phone has 2300 milliampere battery that is bonkers, and in terms of battery performance, this is probably one of the best, if not the best out there. Just recently I reviewed a 25,000 milliampere power bank, and you probably just need to add a few more grams and you will have the Tank 3 Pro's weight. Obviously, the downside of having a big battery phone is the weight. In few hours of holding it, I was ready to throw it out because it's too heavy. It's like you're holding a purse in your hand. Definitely take advantage of the lanyard hold and strap it on your neck, but in terms of longevity on my average usage, maybe 2 hours of projector, an hour of gaming, a couple of hours on social media and YouTube, casual phone calls and texts, I may be able to use this phone for 3 to 4 days, sometimes even extending the phone if I'm not messing around with the projector or playing some heavy games. There's also a function buttons on the side, and you can use this to open any features or apps to launch, and by default will open camping light. In terms of connectivity, this supports 5G SIM card and Wi-Fi 6 like any other flagship phones. And what I love about this phone is it has dual SIM capability but has a dedicated slot for the micro SD card slot. And in terms of protection, it has face unlock and a secure fingerprint sensor on the side that also acts as a power button. It's pretty reliable and fast. And lastly, I think the audio will play a vital role for this phone. Because of the projector, if you want to watch movies and don't want to bring your bulky Bluetooth speaker or extra earbuds, the sound quality is just okay. I wish there's more bass, but it's loud enough for you to hear the voice and the music.
Don't do that.
I think overall, you will love the features the Tank 3 Pro offers. This is definitely for someone who are active that needs extra protection for their phones. You have the camping light for emergency. And in terms of performance, you have a mid-range performing phone with great battery life. The greatest feature of this phone is the projector. So if you want a full entertainment experience from the big IPS LCD screen down to the projector, 8849 Tank 3 Pro is a game-changing experience. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to purchase this product, I will leave the link in the description below. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.